Good afternoon, this is Selma Alvin and Honduras reporting live from LPN, Lee Park News. Today's weather is fairly cloudy, but will clear for the rest of the day. Today we have a special tribute for the famous and most awesomest poet, Amy Lowell.
Now we're going to check in with Christian Medina to see what her life and major accomplishments.
Thank you, Selma. My name is Christian Medina, and I'm reporting across from the Amy Lowell Museum. Amy Lowell was best known for bringing the image movement to America. She was highly criticized for a lot of things that did not reflect her skills as a poet. Critics were mainly offended by her lesbianism, by the way she wore men's shirts and smoked cigars, and by her obesity. Due to her criticism, her suffered, and she did not achieve the status as a poet that she deserved. Even though highly criticized, she accomplished a lot. She was one of the first to explore a unique style called polyphonic prose, combining formal and free verse. Her major publications include Men, Women, and Ghost, that was regarded as one of her best published books, and What's O'Clock, that won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry in 1926. Editor Alejandro will be interviewing Amy Lowell fanatics about her poems.
Thank you, Christian. Hi, this is Alejandro Gordillo reporting live from Party City. I'm here today to interview some Amy Lowell fanatics and the poems I like or anything. So let's go see around who we can interview. Hello, young lady. Hi. Do you like Amy Lowell? Have you heard of her before?
Yes, I love her.
Oh yeah, you do? Any poems in specific that you like of her?
Yeah, I like Petals. I love it so much.
Really? Do you
Really love it.
do you have anything about her or anything?
Well, I wrote an emulation of her.
Oh sure, let's hear it.
Okay.
Ready?
Life is to remember. Life is but a book. Page by page, the story of our dreams. The end lost is somber. Disguised in the words is passed on by with no real remorse. Reaming with names from youth to old age, waiting for us to leave this great place, knowing when it will come, we never shall know. As the story continues, as page by page turns, our years run on until our ends come.
Awesome! Thank you, Shirley. So why'd you emulate this poem?
Oh, it talks about life and how it goes on, so I really like that.
Awesome! Thank you so much. Let's go check other people that know about Amy Lowell. Let's go. Hi, sir. Hi. Have you ever heard of Amy Lowell?
Yes,
What's your name?
Roberto.
Oh, nice to meet you, Roberto. So what do you know about Amy Lowell?
She's a very good poet, and she had a great influence.
Any poems that you like?
Oh, I really like the poem Fireworks.
Really? Do you have any emulations by her? Anything you want to tell us about her?
I have one right here.
Perfect.
You mind me saying?
Oh, yeah.
I detest your existence in the same world as me. I really hate you, can't you see? You sicken me terribly. I want to hurl. If idiocracy has value, you'll be a pearl. The hate I have for you explodes like a bomb. No amount of happiness will make me calm. Trample of my out as a direction of relationships heads further south. You are to me lower than the dirt on my shoe. All you can do is say back the things I do. You strike back with double-edged sword. Quickly I give my smirk retort. And now we're concluding our segment of LPN News by analyzing 3 of Amy Lowell's poems.
The poem that I'll be analyzing is Petals, seen on your paper there. So Petals shows a connection between flower petals, a human's life, and relationships. The poet visits all of the different emotions of human experience and relates those experiences to petals. Petals explains how life is like a stream and we travel down the stream as petals do. The happy tone expressed at the beginning of the petals, describing the early bloom of flowers, becomes forlorn as the poem continues in the second and the final verse. The poem explains that the once happy start of the life of the flower, alluding to the beginning of the human life, becomes sad over time as the petals fall and float away. Lowell draws comparison between sadness over the flower and disappointment over the lost dreams, once as vivid as a beautiful flower. One of the main devices used in Petals is imagery. The reader's 5 senses are captivated by the lines of imagery, as the reader is called to visualize the rose and the smell of its fragrance.
The poem I'm going to analyze is Fireworks. speaker dramatizes the rage she feels towards her enemies by tossing out images one might see as a firework display. Hatred, as it states repeatedly in the poem. The hatred between the narrator and the enemy produces fireworks of rage. Lowell uses exploding fireworks as a metaphor for two people's fierce emotions. Aren't literally describing fireworks, they're describing explosive emotions behind the polite facade that the two enemies tried to keep up. The imagery of the poem includes colorful language, which adds more description to the poem. Lowell uses two distinctive types of language techniques to communicate the poem's intent or theme. One is imagery, the device found in every couplet of the poem, and the other is irony.
I'll be now analyzing patterns. Amy Lowell uses sharp images, precise wording, and figurative speech as means of poetic expression to arouse the sense of the reader. In the beginning of the poem and throughout the work, the speaker describes daffodils and other types of flowers moving freely in the wind. Using imagery to appeal to the reader's sense of sight, these flowers are given motion. This creates a sense of freedom and flexibility. The woman in the poem, presumably Amy, wishes to be like the moving flowers, carefree and jaunty.
So that's end of LPN news. Goodbye, guys.